Anytime someone in our parish dies, I always go to sit with the family, or at least, if we can't get together, at least talk on the phone so I can know more about the life of their loved one. Even if I knew them well, it's important for me to hear what the family has to say because they know them in such an intimate and special way. One of the things that almost always happens when I have those visits is the family wants to talk about their loved one's last day. They'll often tell me about their last day on earth, the last words that they said, if there were any. They want to talk about that. And when I was a young priest, I didn't understand why that was so important. But now I've come to see, over walking with a lot of families, that so often our death is what reveals our life. It's the way we die that helps a lot of people to make sense out of what our life was all about. Sometimes someone's last day is spent in a coma and not much happens. But so often, people's last days contain beautiful nuggets, messages, signs of hope for the family that is left here. The last day of Jesus' life was like that. It revealed so much to us. And it was so beautiful, even though it was over 2,000 years ago, we're still talking about it. The last day we had him with us alive. One of the things that we must consider is the way that that last day was just drenched in his love. The next day, Good Friday, was drenched with sorrow and tragedy and blood. But tonight was drenched with love. And it says, as we just heard, fully aware that his hour had come, fully knowing this is my last day. He took the last moments that he had and he infused them with love. He did it by offering food for them that was beyond their favorite recipe. It was something they never could have known to ask for. He said, I'm going to be with you always. Every time you eat this bread, you're going to have me inside of you. Every time you drink from this cup, I'm going to be right there. My hour has come, but I can't leave you. I refuse to leave you. So I'm going to find a way that I will be with you always. A beloved member of our parish died this past year, Skippy Pape. I know when I say that name, many of you just instantly smile. She was a wonderful character among us. And if you think her name is cool, you need to know that her late husband's name was Chubby. Chubby and Skippy were delights in our community. She wound up having throat cancer, and all of us who loved her were aware that her time was coming, as she was, and we didn't want her to go. But one of the things she said to us again and again is, I'm ready. And I asked her one day, Skippy, I know you have faith, but dying is really scary. What makes you ready? And she said, Chubby makes me ready. She said, he died several years ago, and did I ever tell you about his last day? I said, no, I don't think you ever did. She said, his last day was really hard. He had been in the hospital, and I was there day after day with him, and they made an announcement on the loudspeaker that visitor hours were ending. So I said to him, I'm going to go now. And he said, I'm going too. And she said, where are you going? And he said, wherever you are. His last words to her. And those words have comforted her always. They made her unafraid to die. They helped her to know what dying really is. I'm going. Well, I'm going to go too. No, you can't. Where are you going? I'm going to go wherever you are. After John Lennon was killed, Vanity Fair interviewed his widow, Yoko Ono, and the reporter said, "Yoko, his loss must be awful for you. After all, you were famous for spending 95% of your time together." And she said, "Yeah, and now we spend 100% of our time together." That's the mystery that we're celebrating tonight. Jesus said, "I want to spend 100% of my time with you. I want us to be together always." And we have been given this gift. Anytime you eat this bread and drink this cup, I will enter your life. I will be with you, not just emotionally, not just in your heart. I'll be in your body. I will be with you. When we realize that's what the Eucharist is, it changes so much. It makes us realize that we don't need to be jealous of the apostles. Some people are like, "Oh, can you imagine being alive then? Can you imagine being Peter or James or John? Can you imagine being Mary Magdalene and actually knowing him and being with him?" But they were with him half their time. Or maybe during a really intense time, maybe they were with him 80% of their time. He's with us 100% of the time. That's what this night celebrates. But it celebrates something else too, and that is that all of us are going to have a similar day to the Holy Thursday day that Jesus had. We don't know how we're going to go, and we have no control over that, but we know that there will be a day. There was a day we came into this world, and there will be a day that we leave. We had absolutely no control over what things were going on during the day that we arrived. But we can plan for how we want to use our last day. Do you know that's what we teach our children from the youngest age? We teach them a prayer to let them know that they not only have their mother on earth, they have a mother in heaven who loves them, who was promised to them on Good Friday, who it walks with them every hour. And we teach our children to say, "Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Pray for me now, but also on my Holy Thursday. Be with me on my Holy Thursday, whenever that is." And we often celebrate the life of a saint. We'll have a feast day. We just had a feast day for our patron, St. Patrick, on March 17th. That's not his birthday. We don't celebrate saints on their birthday. We celebrate saints on their Holy Thursday, on the day that they're leaving the world. That's the celebration that matters in faith. We have someone here tonight who is going to turn 96 this year. Jean Carey, a parishioner at St. Mary's, is here. She's going to turn 96, but actually, and I have a blessing from her to be able to tell you that, but that's actually not her real age. She will tell you her real age is $39.95 plus shipping and handling. That's what she says. But back when we had daily masses, she used to come and be the sacristan for the Monday and Tuesday morning daily mass at St. Mary's in Coxsackie, and she'd get the bread and the wine out for me as we're celebrating this memorial of the Last Supper, and she would get the pages in the book all open for the lector, and she'd make sure that there was someone to bring up the gifts. She was a great help. And we would chat in the morning, and one day she said, "You know what's weird?" She said, "I hear people all the time my age talking about hoping they die in their sleep." She said, "They all say, 'Oh man, I hope I die in my sleep. I hope I don't have to feel anything. I just want to go in my sleep.'" And she said, "I don't want to go in my sleep." She said, "No way. I want to die fully awake. I want to have my eyes wide open. And it might hurt, but it's okay, because I want my family to be there and those people I love, and I want to look them in the eye and say, 'Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.' It might be a difficult thing, but I don't want to die in my sleep. I have no control over it, Father, but I hope I'm awake." That is what we're celebrating tonight, too. That day Jesus could not fix what was happening. This was what needed to be. This was what was, or as they say today, it is what it is. But he could take that last day and fill it with love, drench it with love. As their hearts were breaking over what some of them were having an inkling might happen next, he washed their feet. He wanted his eyes to be wide open on his last day. He wanted to be with them, not only to give them a way that they would know that he was with them 100% of the time, but a beautiful memory so that they wouldn't have to wonder, did he really love me? Did he know me and see me the way that I hope he did? You can know for sure that he did. His eyes were wide open. He let you know exactly how he felt. All of us are going to face a Holy Thursday of our own. We don't know when. We don't know how it'll go. But we could make a decision right here and right now to drench it with love. Because I've learned, talking to families, that the last day we're here is a really important day for us all. Jesus' last day sure was. We're still talking about it.